The chairman of British Airways has attacked what he describes as completely redundant security checks at airports. Martin Broughton argues that people should no longer have to take off their shoes and get their laptops checked. He also criticised the United States for imposing stringent checks on US-bound flights, but not on its own domestic services. Tristan Pascoe reports.
Since 2001, random checks and extra security measures were introduced for passengers. While many complained about the delays, most accepted they were necessary, particularly after Richard Reid tried to blow up a plane in 2001 with explosives hidden in his shoes. But Martin Broughton, one of the most senior figures in the industry, says many of the measures are a waste of time, describing them as completely redundant. He's also disparaging of other requirements, like removing laptop computers from bags to be checked separately. He told an airline conference that the UK should only agree to security checks that the US requires for passengers on domestic flights, adding, "America does not do internally a lot of the things they demand that we do. We shouldn't stand for that." He added, "We should say we'll only do things which we consider to be essential, that you Americans also consider essential." The US's Transport Security Administration said it worked closely with its international partners to ensure the best possible security. One of those partners is BAA.
The first priority, of course, is passengers have to be safe, and of course we have to follow the directions that are laid down by our government and other governments. I do think, though, that what we do today is a result of one requirement being laid on top of another, and we could do a better job.
Hello sir, just lower your bag for me for the dog.
Despite today's call for changes to security procedures, the UK's overall threat level remains at severe, meaning that an attack is highly likely.
I think one of the key points, of course, in this is consistency, to make sure that if a security measure is necessary, it's universally applied. Because I think people are annoyed, and rightly, by some airlines or some airports want one thing done, others don't, and it doesn't make sense to the public.
Airline security was further tightened earlier this year when Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalib was alleged to have tried to blow up a plane over Detroit on Christmas Day. Some in the industry say there needs to be a complete overhaul of the system to see which measures are the most effective and which should be thrown out. Tristan Pascoe, BBC News.
The former Soviet